Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text, we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the Revised Common Lectionary, and we are looking at the second lesson, Hebrews chapter 11 through chapter 12, the first couple of verses. And really looking at those last couple of verses where talking about the cloud of witnesses that have gone before us. And this whole section is about faith. And I mentioned this in another one that if you're going to use the children's sermon as the time to tackle the concept of faith, you're not going to get all the way through it. Good luck with that. But the idea that we have a God that is faithful to us and that we have people that have gone before us and have taught us the faith is what I'm really focusing on, that cloud of witnesses. So, a couple of the items that you could possibly use. One is a picture frame with a picture of maybe a former pastor of the church. You may be a pastor that formed the church that you pastor at or you're a minister in. And that, I'm thinking about finding an old church directory. So there's that possibility of looking at all of the people that have gone before us. It's even fun to get a church directory where you've got people in your pews and you're looking at pictures of maybe 15 years ago and seeing how the styles have changed. It makes for an interesting conversation. But the idea about the cloud of witnesses, about those who have gone before, I can talk about that. I can remember in high school and the youth leader or the parent that was there, was called to lead us, and of course I can remember that because that was my parents. So, I mean, all of that stuff that's happening, and then this idea of the cloud of witnesses that people have gone before us, and that we, as people of God, also then are with the family of faith. We are also part of those witnesses, that as God calls us together as people, we then can teach the faith to other people and be the faith as we walk together and lift people up. So, using this as a chance to point out the people that have gone before us. We have downstairs, we have the wall, which you could call the wall of shame or whatever. It's the confirmation wall, and with all the photos, and it goes back. Zion Lutheran was formed in 1894, and for the West Coast, that's a fairly old congregation, and we've got pastors that go way back, and we can look at those and we go, man, how would it have been to be the pastor that came here and formed this church or helped get this church started, and the faith that it would have taken to do that, to say, I think God is calling us to start a church here. And they do that, and just that amazing thing. And that, come years down the line, someone's going to be saying that about us because God has called us to a certain ministry and mission in this place. And that's a beautiful thing, that God would work with those of the past, those with us, and also those of the future, that we become that cloud of witnesses. All right, so I hope this can be a springboard for your own thinking as you think about your children's sermon. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a fantastic week.